Stand by for Dan Shaw's Pompey Quiz of the Year with the guys, brought to you by Top Plum of Portsmouth, the top plumbers in Portsmouth, rated 9.94 out of 10, based on 840 reviews on Checkatrade. Top Plum, here's Dan.
Isn't going to be easy.
They're heading for the championship! Joy to Fratton!
Welcome to the big Pompey Quiz of the Year, the third instalment of the quiz, back by absolutely no demand whatsoever. And for the second year running, we've got Alan and Sam Stone and Dean Adams. And this year's big Pompey Quiz of the Year is bigger than ever. We had 70 questions for 2023, 75 questions for 2024. And gentlemen, I haven't told you this, but you've got 95 questions to answer about Pompey in 2025. We're recording this at the Lord Chichester pub, in North End, a proper Pompey boozer, and it is the 30th of December, which means last night Pompey scored a very late winner against Charlton Athletic, and Dean, a goal makes all the difference, doesn't it? What a goal that was, and just how much is that going to change everything? How much has it changed everything?
It does. For the neutral, it was probably an exciting, pretty decent game to watch. As a Pompey fan, pretty drab, to be honest. It wasn't great football at times. Yeah. It wasn't a great advert for Championship football, to be honest, but it was good for the neutral. But as I said, as for a Pompey fan, it was pretty poor. But yeah, to concede that goal 6 minutes into injury time, I think it was, and everyone was flat, and you could see people piling out the stadium. And then 40 odd seconds later, we've gone down the other end and scored. That's just perfect Pompey, isn't it? That's what Pompey do. So, yeah, massive confidence boost, and it takes us into the new year with a bit more confidence than what we probably had beforehand.
And it takes us out of the relegation zone for the time being, at least. Is that a pivotal moment in the season? Is that going to be something that keeps us up? I was talking to you off camera about how Swansea, you always think they're going to get drawn in, but they just find a way of beating sides that they need to beat. Pompey had to beat Charlton last night, and they did. How big is that going to be for the remainder of the season, do you think? Not just for them, but for the Pompey, but maybe for Charlton as well.
Oh, I don't think it'll make any difference to the rest of the season at all, to be honest with you. We were there, Sam and me were there last night. We had a real late one. We didn't get home till 1 o'clock, and it was marvellous to watch that last couple of minutes. But I totally agree with Dean. It is a bit of a drab performance. It was, as you say, we had to beat Charlton. I mean, if Pompey can't beat Charlton at home, and Charlton didn't look that good, how are we going to stay up? And that's the thing. And it was drab. Having said that, I thought the last couple of minutes were worth the price of our season ticket. That's why we go and watch football. It was just pure joy. I mean, what a thing to have witnessed. It was just remarkable. But up until then, if Charlton had drawn, I wouldn't have been upset. If it had been 1-1. I mean, in fact, if they won 1-0, I kind of, because that's what I thought the game was going to be. You know what I mean? Charlton could have had that. No, I think we need to do better, and I don't think it's a pivotal point. I think it won't do our confidence any harm, but we've got some key players missing, and something needs to change. Sorry to be so grim about it. It's not.
I think a lot of us are thinking the same thing.
It wasn't like just one more thing. It wasn't like was it our Crew moment? Was it Crew we played a couple of years ago? That was a pivotal thing that boosted. We were losing loads of games. I'm sure it Crew, Sam?
It was like a kind of watershed.
Yeah, watershed moment. I don't think last night was, but it was just great entertainment.
Even though we won, there was a lot of negativity yesterday, and
we got our feet on the ground, haven't we, mate? Yeah.
Would you say something? Because Dean is always looking through those blue tick specs. There's problems.
Yeah.
There was no Lang, there was no Murphy, Sam. I mean, they're so important to this side. How do Pompey go about picking up points without those players? And how many more players do you think they need realistically to ensure that there's safety next season?
God, how do we go about getting points without Lang or Murphy? That is a tough question.
I don't think anyone's got the answer.
I don't think we deserve... Well, we didn't have them last night. When you look at the team sheet, I was probably like everyone else of thinking, oh, God, to get to half-time at 0-0, maybe even a goal down would have been a good result, given the team we put out. Murphy's just such a big loss over time. I don't think, in terms of a winger, I haven't seen a back-time profile of player in a Pompey shirt in this league. He's one of the best wingers in this league, I think. And whenever he's not in that team, it's just such a big miss. But in the transfer window, they've got to find a way of, for me, on the other side, there's got to be some quality come in. I think we were saying 3 or 4 players that can really come in and make an instant impact. Whether they're loans or permanents, I'm not that overly bothered. I think loans have been good for us in the last few years. So 3 or 4 players coming in, we tend to do our business late, and I can see that happening again. So yeah, it's another big January, but over the last couple of years, Pompey have actually pulled it out of the bag in January when it comes to our business. So another Rob Atkinson from somewhere would be very handy in that kind of profile. And we see where we go. Last night's a massive confidence boost. I agree with Dad. The performances wasn't great, but it could be a springboard. And in the terms of the league and the points, that's a massive win, because keeping Charlton, it kind of drags Charlton into it, gets us above Oxford. If we can get ourselves in that kind of pool of teams in the middle of just above the relegation zone, drags a load of other teams into it. We saw last season that could play a big role in kind of staying in the league.
Points on the board, that's what it boils down to, doesn't it? I think, though, if you ask a lot of Pompey fans now, well, what do we need to be doing recruitment-wise? They'll say, well, we need to get proven championship players in, someone who we know can play at this level, and we're going to have to open the purse strings up a little bit and chuck a few more quid at it. But actually, John Swift's come in, proven championship player, 20 grand a week by all reports. Connor Chaplin's come in, proven championship player, 15 grand a week. Neither of those have really worked, have they? Just at this moment, I'm hoping that will change, but it doesn't guarantee that, chucking a few quid at it and bringing in those players is going to, make the difference.
So when you look at the side last night, especially, you look at, we need pace, athleticism, energy. They're the 3 key things that I think we need to bring into that team. So whichever positions we're looking at, he's looking at 3 to 6 players. Says he doesn't need a striker. Says he doesn't need another right winger. What do we need? don't need any more defenders. No. But we need pace, athleticism, and energy, and they're the 3 key things we need to bring into that team.
That's it. That's all we need, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah, easy. Stay up.
I mean, can I do a stat? I mean, I can't remember all the players. I don't. I just don't know all the players of the Championship. But time and time again, we go to the away games. I'm with Sam, and we're watching players from other sides. And you think, oh, they look good.
Yeah.
And then someone will whack a goal in out of nothing, and I go, well, what? And I'll say to Sam, who's that? And he go, oh, he was 4 million quid. He was from something.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, they're just bringing on some subs now. There's 15 million quid's worth of subs. I know we ain't got the money, but it's no coincidence that when you watch a player that scores against us at some away game somewhere, and you go, well, where'd that come from? And they've run halfway up the pitch and bang one in. It's no coincidence they cost a fortune.
Yeah.
And they always cost a fortune. They don't cost like 40 grand. So it's just how it is generally, and I think that's what's happening a little bit.
And this time of year, it's going to cost even more.
Yeah.
So,
just on that as well, I think you talk about positions wise. I don't think Pompey have properly replaced Freddie Potts since he came as a centre midfielder.
Not at all. No, well, I think
the centre midfielder, because I mean, Marlon Pack does a job for us, and he's been excellent since he's come back. And even last night, I thought he plodded away, he did all right. But you can't be expecting him to start in the Championship at his age. So someone to come in and really kind of be that authoritative figure in the centre of midfield like Potts was. So.
Apparently Potts is actually, we've got a couple of West Ham friends, and they say he's one of their best players.
He's
starting all the games. So that's what a miss, to take someone like Freddie Potts out of our midfield. Things
almost impossible to replace.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to give you one position. You've only got one player that can come in a position. What position are you signing for, Al?
Well, midfielder like Freddie Potts.
Midfield.
Robertson, apparently he's not happy where he is. To say.
We're going back down that route again.
I love Colby Bishop. I think he's been great for us, and I still think he can be great, even though his barren spell that he's had. But for me, centre forward, a Kiefer Moore type figure.
Not a centre back for you, Sam, I should.
No. As much as midfield's important, but we didn't get the right winger we were after in the summer. We wanted a right winger to emulate Josh on the left, and we haven't had that. So yeah, a quality right winger for me. That'd be my wish list.
Well, I could talk Pompey all day with you guys, but we've got a quiz to be cracking on with. So shall we get down to the nitty gritty?
Let's go.
Let's go. Big quiz of the year. All right, so as I mentioned, 95 questions in the quiz this year, 114 points up for grabs. The first 2 questions
14 points.
are from New Year's Day, as is traditional with the quiz, and the last 4 questions are from the game against Charlton, which for us was just last night. So hopefully, lads, that'll still be locked fresh in your memories. Are we ready? Pens at the ready. Let's go for the big Pompey quiz of the year from the Lord Chichester in North End. Question 1. Who did Pompey beat 4-0 on New Year's Day at Fratton Park? Dean Adams already struggling on question 1. Who did Pompey beat 4-0 on New Year's Day 2025 at Fratton Park? And Dean is going to kick himself when I tell him later. Question 2. Which former Blues loanee who made 12 league appearances for Pompey in the League One title-winning season came on off the bench for Swansea at Fratton Park on New Year's Day?
2024.
Yeah. And I've even deliberately snuck a little answer in for you already, and Dino hasn't picked it up.
I've not written anything yet.
So who came on? Who came on New Year's Day against Pompey off the bench for the opposition? Who I did give it to you a minute ago before question 1.
Yeah, we'll start. Yeah.
Was it Pompey during the League One winning season came on off the bench New Year's Day? Question 3. 2 points available for this one, boys. Who did Pompey play on the final day of the season? And who scored the goal in the 1-1 draw? So who did Pompey play on the final day of the season this year? They drew 1-1, and who was on the score sheet for the Blues? I can't believe you've come back, Dean, because you had the same face last year.
Was that all on one?
That was question 3, that
So
one.
we could be in trouble here.
I'm in big trouble. I'm saving paper at the moment. Yeah.
Question 4. You should get this one, Dean. I think you'll be okay. I think most people will get this one. Who did Riley Towler leave Pompey for in the summer?
Oh.
Maybe not. Question 4. Who did Riley Towler leave Pompey for in the summer?
What question was that? 5?
Question 4.
4.
We've got some pen activity on the table.
Yeah, but that's just for the camera. It just wiggled a pen.
Question 5. Which former Pompey player became the first English manager to win a major trophy since Harry Redknapp in 2008 this year? Which former Pompey player became the first English manager to win domestic trophy this year? Some puzzled faces. I thought that one would be easy.
It's 20 to 10 in the morning.
Question 6. Who finished last season with more league assists? Marlon Pack or Matt Ritchie?
A 50-50.
There you go.
Still going to get that wrong.
So who got the most assists last season for Pompey in the league? Marlon Pack or Matt Ritchie?
Tough one.
And that was question 6. On to question 7. John Swift came home this summer after becoming a free agent, but who did he leave to join the Blues? It's question 7. John Swift left which club in the summer to join Pompey? Question number 8. In what decade was Michael Eisner born?
Ooh.
Quickly doing the maths in their heads here now, the lads. In which decade was Michael Eisner born? I do apologise, Mr. Chairman, if you're watching, for asking a dreadful question. What decade was Michael Eisner born? That was question number 8. On to question number 9. Which sponsor would you find on the back of the Pompey shirts above the players' names? Which sponsor would you find on the back of the Pompey shirts above the players' names?
We've seen it 1,000 times.
1,000 times. You remember last season I asked you who the kit sponsor?
It was a bit of a
training.
yeah, because you said training kit and it was a different.
Yeah.
And it's just one of them, you see it so often, but it just doesn't sometimes go in, does it?
Oakie's not going to work, is it?
I hope it was a little while ago. It used to be Covers a little while ago, didn't it? Just at 20 years out. Okay, question 10. Who scored both goals in Pompey's 3-2 defeat away at Hull this season?
Question number 10 was that.
That is question 10, yes. Who scored both goals in Pompey's 3-2 defeat away at Hull City this season?
Well, we know it wasn't Bishop.
Question 11. Who scored the only goal in this season's opener away at Oxford United? Who scored the only goal in this season's opener away at
I
Oxford
believe
United?
we went to that.
Time's up. Question 12.
Hang on, their code ain't working. Look, he's doing this. He's
Question
trying to
12.
spell it out. That's a T.
Who did Pompey sign from Sydney FC for a reported 1.3 million in January?
In January.
Who did Pompey sign from Sydney FC for a reported 1.3 million in January? Question 13 is a who am I? I'm 24 years old, have made 10 league appearances this season, and am yet to score for the club. My last start was away at Sheffield United at the end of November, and I was last in the squad at home to Bristol City on November the 29th. It's 24 years old, 10 league appearances this season, hasn't scored, last start away at Sheffield United, last in the squad, end of November, home to Bristol City. Question 14. I love watching D. Question 14. Pompey have drawn in the league twice this season, so 2 points are up for grabs. Who are the two sides Pompey have drawn in the league? 0-0 twice this season, so 0-0 twice this season. Who have Pompey drawn 0-0 against in the league this season? Two sides, point apiece.
Just the 0-0 draws.
0-0 draws. 0-0 draws.
As well, okay.
Thinking hard.
This is really tough.
Well, I say it every year, but that's why I type these questions out weekly, because I'll never remember come the end of the year. It does make me a fountain of knowledge, though.
0-0.
0-0. We've drawn twice 0-0 this season, Dean.
Yeah, one was recently, I'm sure.
Well, they're both pretty recent. It's only December.
True.
You're going to kick yourself, Dino Adams. Question 15. Pompey keeper Toby Stewart played his first ever EFL game this year on an emergency loan in April. But for who?
15 was that, yeah?
That was question 15, yeah. So Toby Stewart, his first ever EFL game, because he has been on loan at the likes of Wildston and whatnot, but this is EFL on an emergency loan in April. Who did he play for? Question 16. Where would Pompey have finished last season based on home results only? And I will give you 3 points for a correct answer, 2 points if you're 1 away, and 1 point if you're 2 away. So where would Pompey have finished last season based on home results only? 17. Who missed a penalty for Pompey in their 2-2 draw at home against Derby County in April?
So I'm just writing down number 12. It's suddenly come to me.
So 17.
Oh, what's this one?
17 is who missed a penalty for Pompey in their 2-2 draw at home against Derby County in April. 18, another who am I? In my career, I have won League 2. I have been runner-up in League 1, runner-up in the Championship. I won Player of the Year at my club in 2023, as well as Players Player of the Year and Goal of the Season. I once played at Coventry City, and I've not scored for Pompey yet this season, having made just shy of 20 league appearances.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yes,
And that's a
of course.
long one.
So in my career, I've won League Two, runner-up in League One and the Championship, won Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year in 2023, as well as getting Goal of the Season that same year for my club. Once played for Coventry, not scored for Pompey yet this season, having made just shy of 20 league appearances.
I've finally got one.
What's up now?
Look, I've covered it up.
A little sigh of relief.
I'm still thinking about the 0-0 one.
No, I am.
Question 19. 3 players promoted to the Championship with Pompey were released at the end of last season, but who were they? So that's Pompey players released at the end of last season who were promoted. If you can give me 3 names, you'll get a point for each name. If you can give me the club they joined, I'll give you bonus points as well.
Oh, I know. 19, yeah.
Give you a little bit of time for this one because there's potentially 6 answers. So if you can give me the 3 names of released Pompey players at the end of last season who were promoted to the Championship with Pompey and where they went. And that's a hard one to remember. As a most, to be fair.
I've probably remembered the hardest one, I think.
Well, look, if you can get 6 points, that's a big potential, isn't it? Give you a little bit longer on this one. I'll just let Dean's pen stop wiggling. Al's having a little sly look. Come on now, Alistair. Don't let me take points away from you or after 19 questions. Okay. Question 20. In which game this year were 4 goalkeepers used in the same match? Which game this year were 4 goalkeepers used in the same match? I love watching you boys rack your brains. I'm so glad I host the quiz and don't take it.
It's so annoying because I can't remember the event, you know. Just trying to think.
Question 21. Who did Colby Bishop make his return against after heart surgery this year? I was about to say I've just given you that one all wrapped up with a nice pretty bow on it, and then Dean says, looks to the sky. So who did Colby Bishop make his return against after heart surgery?
21 was that?
That is question 21. Question 22. Who did Pompey draw in December for an FA Cup third round tie in January? So who were Pompey playing in the FA Cup third round in January?
Thanks for that one. It's 2.
Question 23. Who scored his first ever senior goal in a 2-1 win over Blackburn in December? Who scored his first ever senior goal in December against Blackburn at Fratton Park? Oh, God. 24. Who did Mackenzie Kirk score his only Pompey goal against? Just one Pompey goal since he signed in the summer.
We lost 2-1 at home, didn't we?
I'll say yes to that, Dean. Yes,
Yeah.
we did. It's digging deep.
Pretty good too.
Mackenzie Kirk, only goal for Pompey. Who's it against? 25. Against who this season did John Mousinho say this about in a post-match interview? We were awful for 90 minutes. We made terrible decisions that invited pressure and gave away a free kick to the most dangerous set-piece taker in the league. We got exactly what we deserved. We couldn't pass the ball to anyone in a Pompey shirt and were just bullied. I could easily have made 11 substitutions at the break because nobody out there was good enough.
That's about 10 games that applies.
Yeah. He says that every week.
He says it every week.
Do you want me to
So
repeat it?
is it the game he's talking about, or the?
So against which opposition
Okay.
did he say this? Awful for 90 minutes, made terrible decisions that invited pressure and gave away a free kick to the most dangerous set-piece taker in the league. We got exactly what we deserved. We couldn't pass the ball to anyone in a Pompey shirt and were bullied. I could have made 11 subs at the break because nobody out there was good enough. 26. Which former Blue scored 4 goals in the Alan Knight Prostate Cancer UK charity match in May? Which former Blue scored 4 goals in Alan Knight's Prostate Cancer UK charity match? 27.
I was at that one.
I'll let you jot it down.
Yeah.
27 then.
3 I've got now.
Pompey's top assist maker of last season was Josh Murphy. But who was second top assister last season? So top assister was Josh Murphy. Who was second? 28. Which academy player signed a pro contract in July and is currently on loan at Farnborough? So, academy player signed a pro contract in July and is now on loan at Farnborough.
I don't think he's at Farmer anymore.
Well, then that might have to be an apology on my head.
Was it 28?
That was 28, yeah.
Who's not the Farnborough?
If it's him,
Yes.
yeah, he's not there
Go
anymore.
on and tell us where he is.
He's now at Havant and Waterloo
There you go. He's at Hamilton Waterloo, Phil.
with Ruben Swan.
So it's not Ruben Swan.
It was not Ruben Swan.
Is it?
So he signed a pro contract in July.
I've only got.
Was at Farnborough apparently and is now at Havant.
Yeah, that's his first name.
Oh, yes.
I've got
Yes,
his first
yes,
name,
yes.
but now I've got his second name. 'Cause he's...
Okay, question 29. Who is Pompey's top scorer so far this season? So question 29. Who is Pompey's top scorer so far this season? It's not been many. Question 30. Who did Pompey sign on a free transfer in March this year, only making the bench twice before being injured for the remaining 6 games of the season, and was then released at the end of the campaign? So question 30. Signed on a free transfer in March, made the bench twice, got injured and missed the rest of the season, subsequently was released. That is the definition of money for old rope.
Tragic, isn't it?
Oh, to be a footballer.
Yeah.
Question 31. Who played in Pompey's first 6 league games this season and wasn't seen again until his return against Charlton Athletic on the 29th of December? So his first 6 games of the season he played. He's been out, hasn't played until he returned. What was last night for our benefit, our purposes, against Charlton Athletic.
And what a great display he put in.
Question 32. Which former Pompey player joined the first team coaching staff this year, having previously been involved in the academy in another spell? So who joined Pompey's coaching staff this year, former player, and was also among the staff at an earlier date?
Yeah.
Is that 30
That
or
was question
31?
32, that one.
Okay, what have I done here?
Sorry, that was 32.
That was 32. 33. We've got to listen in closely to this one, because this is harsh. Pompey's top scorers last season finished like this: Bishop on 11, Lang on 10, Murphy on 9. Who finished 4th top scorer with 5 goals? So top scorers last season: Bishop, Lang, Murphy. Who was next?
Just doing the last one. Right.
Question 34. Who scored his only Pompey goal away at Leicester City in a 1-1 draw? 34. Who scored his only Pompey goal away at Leicester in a 1-1 draw? 35. Who came on as a 64th minute substitute against Coventry in October at Fratton Park, only to be subbed off again 10 minutes later? Question 35. Who came on as a 64th minute sub against Coventry in October, only to be subbed off 10 minutes later? And if you're picking up any noise on the show, it's because the beer's turning up for the pub. 36. Thomas Waddingham scored on his league debut in the 93rd minute this year, coming on as a second half sub. But against who did he score? Thomas Waddingham scored on his league debut in the 93rd minute this year, coming on as a second half sub. But against who did he score? Question 37. Who was the first player to be subbed on in the South Coast Derby this year?
Oh, yeah.
Who was the first player to be subbed on in the South Coast Derby this year?
Question 37.
That was 37. 38. The Blues, as mentioned earlier, have drawn 0-0 twice this season, but Pompey's only 0-0 draw of last season came this year. Who was it against? Only 0-0 draw of the whole season.
Lloyd, isn't it?
I've just realised I've made mistakes up there. That's season before.
It's a good game.
Have you got it?
No, I'm having a nightmare.
Okay, question 39. Pompey recorded their first away win of 2025 in February. Who was it against? First away win of 2025 was in February. Who was it against? I'm almost certain you were there, Al.
You were there.
What number was that?
And that was question 39.
We didn't win many games away from home last year, this year.
Question 40. Who was sent off away at Sheffield United in November? Who was sent off away at Sheffield United in November? Not that long ago. Question 41. In which position did Pompey finish last season? 3 points if you're correct, 2 points if you're 1 away, 1 point if you're 2 away.
Sorry, Dan, go on. Say again.
In which position did Pompey finish last season? Where did Pompey end up in the league last season?
That was one of my practice questions of the word.
Yeah, we're
Oh, that's it. There you
in
go.
the
Pays to
bag,
revise.
lads, in the bag.
It pays to revise.
That was our practice question, yeah.
Question 42. Eban Bauer made his first ever league start for Pompey this year, but against who? 15 months since he signed. Made his debut at long last in the league against who this year?
Start or his first start.
First ever league start. Yeah.
That was just a couple of games ago, wasn't it?
It wasn't all that long ago. Question 43. Against who was a game abandoned this season due to a medical emergency? Against who was a game abandoned this year and this season due to a medical emergency? Question 44. Who finished last season with the most yellow cards for Pompey? Who finished last season with the most yellow cards for Pompey? That was question 44. (45) Adil Ushish scored just 1 league goal in his time at Pompey this year. Who was it against? So question 45, Adil Ushish, remember him?
I do. I'm really a bit worried we still got him somewhere.
Well, he scored 1 goal for Pompey and it came this year, but who did it come against? That's question 45.
Wonder goal.
It was a wonder goal.
But we lost.
46. Who did Pompey beat at Fratton Park 1-0 in a pre-season friendly this year? Only one friendly at Fratton Park this year. Who was it against? We beat them 1-0. Always know it's a good question when it stumps Sam.
What's his sign? Riggs, I was there.
I feel like you were at all of these
I go to
games
too
now.
many games.
Okay, question 47. Another Toby Stewart question. Who did keeper Toby Stewart join on loan in the summer? He's back out on loan again. Who did he join in the summer? And that is question 47. 48. Who was the first player signed in the pre-season? Who was the first man in through the door for the start of this season? And that's 48. And digging deep here.
Signed or including loans?
First man in the door.
The fact he's
Player.
first man in the door means it might not be permanent.
Exactly. That's what I was fishing for. Draw that out. You got to be
Still don't know.
You got to be cunning in this game.
Or it could all just be mind games.
Double bluffing.
Could all just be mind games.
Yeah. First one in the.
Who did you say it was?
It was the first man in through the door.
It's worth a try. Right?
Yeah.
Question 49.
Hang on. They're turning over. Oh no. Yeah.
New pages. I'm going to take a punt, Sam.
Make a note of it.
Question 49 then. Who scored his first ever professional goal in Pompey's final away game of last season against Sheffield Wednesday in a 1-1 draw? So that's question 49. It was his first ever senior goal at Hillsborough in a 1-1 draw, last away game of the season.
Oh, it's a long time ago, isn't it, mate?
It is amazing as football fans just how quickly you move on from one game to the next.
Yeah.
Question 50.
Oh, I obviously want a cliff, eh? Yes, that's...
Which former Blue announced his retirement this year at the age of just 28?
Former Blue.
Former Blue announced his retirement from the game this year at the age of just 28. And that was 50. On to 51. Who smashed the Blues 5-1 when Pompey played away on the 25th of January? That was some time ago now. And sadly, I was there up till half time.
Oh, yeah.
So who?
I remember the last goal in that game.
Oh, God, dear. Well, you might get asked about that one. Who smashed the Blues 5-1 when Pompey played away on the 25th of January? Question 52. Who am I? Dean loves these ones. I signed for Pompey on loan in January until the end of the season, making 17 league appearances. My loan before the Blues is the same club I joined permanently for at the end of the season. So he signed on loan for Pompey in January. He was at loan at another club before Pompey, and he now plays there. And that was question 52. 53. Who made his Pompey debut against Charlton on the 29th of December, having signed on a 4-year deal in September?
What number was that?
Question 53. Who made his Pompey debut against Charlton on the 29th of December, having signed on a 4-year deal in September? 54. That was last night.
I can't even remember that one.
And so, just before as well, when I mentioned all the people who are going to comment underneath the YouTube video and whatnot, you kept saying this year it's 2026. It is 2025 right now.
Yeah.
As we speak. Okay, question 54. Cohen Bramall signed a short-term deal in January after a small transfer fee was agreed, but was then released at the end of the season. But who did he sign from? Cohen Bramall signed on a short-term deal in January after a small transfer fee was agreed, but was released at the end of the season. Who did he join Pompey from? And that was question 54. Yep. Question 55. 3 players now at Reading were at Pompey last season. Who are they? You will get a point for each player you can name. 3 players at Reading now were at Pompey last season. Who are those 3 players? Nice 3-point boost if you can get the lot.
Third one.
Well, it's that third one that's going to be the tricky one. And I think it'll be everyone's third one. Question 56.
What did it begin with?
One of the letters.
M.
No, the third one.
56.
There's an R, there's an L, and there's an M. That's all
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've got
It's Marley.
R and an L. M what?
56. Who am I? I finished last season having scored 4 goals for the club. I started this year injured and made my return against Oxford United away in the middle of February, scoring the second goal in a 2-0 win in the 96th minute. Beyond that, I only made 3 sub-appearances against Plymouth, Preston and Coventry. I am no longer at the club. 56. Who am I? Finished last season scoring 4 goals. Started the year injured. Returned against Oxford and scored. And then made 3 sub-appearances. No longer at the club. That was question 56. 57.
I remember watching the goal. It's at Oxford.
Which,
See it coming on.
you saw them all.
No, but I can't think who it was.
Which senior defender played just 1 league game last season and hasn't played in the league since? He did, however, play in the League Cup this season. So he is a senior player. He's not in the academy or anything like that. But he played just 1 league game last season and he hasn't played in the league since. So no league appearance this year, but he did play in the League Cup this season. And that's question 57. Question 58. Who knocked Pompey out of the League Cup this year by 2-1? And for a bonus point, who scored Pompey's goal? So who knocked Pompey out of the League Cup this season? We lost 2-1. Who scored Pompey's goal is the extra point.
Did we go to that, Sam?
Oh, God. Sam, the North Stand. Reeves at the South Stand, so a bit of a change of scenery. So I remember it.
Yeah. It's nice to the North Stand, isn't it?
59. Who knocked Pompey out of the FA Cup third round in January? Who knocked Pompey out of the FA Cup third round in January 2025?
Watched it on TV, but that game looked like the coldest game of the season last year. It was like -2 or something.
I envy absolutely no one who went. 60. Against who did Bursic, Knight, LaRue, Yang and Koznovsky all make their first league start for Pompey? So against who did Bursic, Knight, LaRue, Yang and Koznovsky all make their first league start for Pompey? Question 60.
Obviously came after a terrible defeat.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Made 7 change, 6 change.
Question 61. Who was the first player out the door for Pompey this year? A little while ago now. Who was the first player out of the door?
This year.
Has to be January, Law.
Has to be January. Right, Sam, you can have that. I'll give you that. Not giving much away there. First player out the door. Who did Pompey get out as quickly as they could in January? 62. Who made the most appearances for Pompey last season? 62. Who made the most appearances for Pompey last season? Question 63. Who was Pompey's first signing of 2025? Joining the Blues on loan. Little clue for you. We've got a loan in January. Who was the very first one to come in through the door in 2025? $64.
I've resorted to my tactic of last year, putting the same.
We're going back to Ogilvie.
No, I'm putting the same names. They'll come up at some point.
The old reliable.
Yeah.
Okay, 64. Pompey beat Norwich at Carrow Road by 5-3 in April. Colby Bishop with a hat-trick. Who scored the other two? And there is a point for each. So 5 goals at Carrow Road. I couldn't believe it. I still can't. And Colby got a hat-trick. 2 other goal scorers. Who were the other 2? And that is question 64. Point for each. 65. Which 17-year-old made the bench in the league this season against Hull, the abandoned Charlton game, Swansea and Blackburn Rovers? 17 years old, made the bench in the league this season. Hull, the abandoned Charlton game, Swansea and Blackburn.
It's the defender guy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
What a feeling, 17 years of age, getting on the bench in a championship for Pompey.
We were talking to some geezer, weren't we, Sam, whose son plays with him in the academy or played, but that's the bloke, isn't it? What's his name? Don't know. No, the player. I'll just put...
Can't picture his name on the team
Centre-back.
sheet. Yeah, I can picture him.
He's a centre-back.
Can see his face.
Nothing wrong with saying that, is there? There you go.
Question 66. True or false? Pompey this season are the worst team on the road in the championship.
True. No, sorry, I just couldn't help.
66 was out.
That was 66. Pompey are the worst team in the championship on the road this season. There were games last night which could have changed things. So are Pompey the worst team in the championship on the road this season? True or false?
Yeah.
Don't let me fool you, though.
No, you just have. You're playing mind games again, Dan, and it's working. I've just changed my mind.
Question 67.
I'll be really annoyed if I haven't got that.
Pompey have played Millwall. Now, this one is so cruel. Pompey have played Millwall this year 3 times. They lost 1-0 in January, 2-1 in April, and won 3-1 in November. That means Millwall this year have scored 4 goals against the Blues. One man got them all. But who is it? And I'll give you 1 point if you can give me his first or last name. And I'll give you 3 points if you can give me his full name.
Can you repeat that question?
Yes. So Pompey have played Millwall 3 times this year. And in those 3 games, Millwall have scored 4 times. And only one man has scored all of those Millwall goals. What's his name?
You got a cracking chant for him.
Yeah.
Can picture him.
Yeah, well, picture him, yeah. Well, can we just put what country he's from?
I'll tell you what I'll do. And this goes for everyone else as well. I will give you an additional bonus point if you can tell me which nationality he is.
Yeah.
I can't say fairer than that. Question 68. Who am I? I signed on loan on February 3rd at the age of 20. I played 5 times for Pompey, making my debut away at Sheffield United for the final 8 minutes. I came on as a half-time sub away at Luton, and then had 36 minutes at home to Plymouth, 32 minutes away at Preston, 31 minutes away at Sheffield Wednesday. So 20 years old, signed in February, played 5 times on loan.
How many minutes did he play at Wednesday?
That was just for showing off purposes.
No, because it might affect my.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other, is it? Depending on the minutes.
I know what he looks like. That name
Well, what's he look like? Come on.
that's really going to annoy me. That
It's a toughie. 69. Whose squad number this season is the number 4?
Oh, blimey.
That one is, they're always so hard, those. You feel like you know them so easily. If you saw them on the pitch, you'd know straight away. But as soon as you're away from the pitch and you get given a squad number, it gets a lot more tricky. So whose squad number this season is number 4? It's been the same number all season, never changed.
If you get a low number, does it mean you're a really good player?
Well, I would say yes, given as I was always number 5.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
But in this case,
In this case, who knows?
4.
Jury's out. Okay, question 70. Luke LaRue signed in the summer from Varnamo. What country are Varnamo based? Question 70. Luke LaRue signed in the summer from Varnamo, but what country are Varnamo based in?
all I've got is LaRue. Sounds French, doesn't it?
71. Who did Preston reportedly try to sign in the summer from the Blues? Question 71. Who did Preston reportedly try to sign in the summer from the Blues? 72. Pompey secured their championship safety last season with a win over who? 72. Who did Pompey beat to secure their championship safety?
That was another one of our practice
It was the
questions.
second one.
Was it?
Yeah. But we did only do 3. So.
Okay, 73. Connor Shaughnessy's only goal of last season came in February. Who did he score against? And if you get this right on any platform, whether you've paused it or not, then that's pretty special because that is so tough. So Connor Shaughnessy's only goal of last season came in February. Who did he score against? And it wasn't Fratton Park.
It was.
Question 74. Who did Nico Schmid, Callum Lang and Adrian Segicic all make their return from injury against in November? Callum Lang back on the treatment table since.
That was a flash in the pan, isn't it?
So Nico Schmid, though, is probably the most notable of that. Who did Nico Schmid, Callum Lang and Adrian Segicic all return from injury against in November? And it was late November, if that helps. $75. Who did Min Hyuk Yang get his first Pompey goal against? Yang, who's got 3 now in total. Who did he get his first one against? And that's question 75.
Allowed to. I think he got 2 in the same match, didn't he? Was that?
Maybe.
Maybe not. Question 76. Who was the first player sold in the pre-season? Who's the first player sold? Who did Pompey get some readies for in the pre-season? First one. Question 77. Who did Pompey sell Owen Moxon to after 12 months at the club? And there's a name many will have forgotten. Who did Pompey sell Owen Moxon to after 12 months at the club? I think he signed for us from Carlisle. Who was he sold to?
Where'd he go?
I'll give you a clue. He went to League One. 78. Who got Pompey's only goal? This one's ridiculous. Who got Pompey's only goal in their 1-0 win at home to Blackburn at the end of March? And it was just notable to me at the time because it was a beautiful, bright, sunny day. We were coming into a springtime. Lovely day, lovely goal. And at that moment, I thought that was a good question. And now we're at the back end of the year. It sounds atrocious. So only goal in 1-0 win at home to Blackburn, end of March. That was 78. We're on to 79. Who scored Pompey's goal in their 1-0 win over Leeds United at Fratton Park? Which again was another beauty of a day. It was a Sunday, I think. Early kickoff.
What day that was?
Yeah, it was a pretty special game. Scored one goal in that game. Who was the player to get it? Question 80. Who was Pompey's first red card of 2025? We don't get many under John Mousinho. Who was Pompey's first red card of 2025? Question 81. Which side recorded their first away win in the league in almost a year by beating Pompey 2-1 at Fratton Park in March? Almost a whole year on the road with no victory, and of course they came to Fratton Park and got themselves a nice easy 3 points. That was 81. 82. Pompey were beaten in the FA Youth Cup recently by a Premier League side's academy. 5-2 was the score. Who was the opposition? So the FA Youth Cup, we were just recently beaten. Premier League side. Well, their academy at least. Who was that side?
Where the hell did Owen Moxon go? Stop on there.
83. Riley Towler's only league goal of the season, last season, came in 2025. But who did Riley Towler score his only league goal of last season against? Riley Towler's only league goal of last season came in 2025. Who against? 84. Who got man of the match and scored in Pompey's Boxing Day draw with Queen's Park Rangers? Not long ago. Who scored and got man of the match against Queen's Park Rangers? 85. We're back to Millwall. Pompey beat Millwall 3-1 this season at Fratton Park. The first and the third were contenders for goal of the season. Two beauties. Who scored those two very special goals? And you'll get a point for each. 3-1 win over Millwall. Two absolute belters. Who scored the screamers? Give you a little longer because there's two of them. And you've got to forget who scored the second. And that's enough. True or false? This is 86. Pompey haven't scored from the penalty spot this season. Question 86. True or false? Pompey haven't scored from a penalty this season. 87.
Oh, actually, that's an interest. That's a good question, isn't it? Because just thinking who, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, hang on. So, yeah.
I can only recall one. I think they
Bit
missed
of logic, yeah. So it's just using a bit of logic.
Yeah.
Okay, 87. What colour is Pompey's away shirt this season? Not the third choice, the away shirt. Question 87. What is Pompey's away shirt colour this season? And on to question 88. Who was Marlon Pack's only goal this season against? Marlon Pack's only got one goal this season. Who did he score against?
Oh, I can picture it as well. What number was that?
That was 88.
Header. Oh. Yeah, came out.
He's just gifted him another one. He does that a lot.
Didn't he come on
That
a
was
sub? I can't
only
remember.
because Dean just went header.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I know, but you just got that.
Can't think who it was.
Question 89. Who scored in just the 6th minute away at Derby County on the 20th of December? Who scored in the 6th minute at Derby County away 20th of December? So at the point of recording this, just 10 days ago. Question 90. Which coach has recently announced his departure from the club to work in Saudi Arabia? Which coach has recently announced his departure to go to work in Saudi Arabia? That's question 90. Question 91. 2 Pompey fans were ejected from the South Coast Derby this year for sneaking in dressed as what?
It's quality.
Naughty, but very clever.
Yeah, I don't condone.
No.
Kind of do.
What happened? I hope they didn't get like a book thrown.
They got banned and a bit of a fine, I think.
Yeah.
I think they should have just got a pat on the back for trying.
Yeah, I think it's sort of comical, but I know they can't.
And my views do not reflect that of Portsmouth Football Club.
Yeah.
2 fans ejected from the South Coast Derby this year for sneaking in, dressed as what? Question 91. 2 brothers.
What was it?
Yeah. Right. The final 4 questions of the Big Pompey Quiz of the Year, and these are from yesterday as we record it against Charlton Athletic. So question 92. Colby Bishop was named in the squad for the match against Charlton, but was forced to pull out. Who was he replaced by on the bench? So Bishop, who we think had a bit of an injection to his ankle, didn't work, had to pull out. Who was he replaced by to sit on the bench? And I'll give you a slight clue. He didn't come on. Quite a few of them did. 93. How many substitutes were made in Pompey's first sub phase? So question 93. When John Massinio made his first set of substitutions, how many subs did he make at that point?
That's a cracking question.
I've got that one. Because I remember commenting on it.
Question 94. Which Pompey substitute came off against Charlton 11 minutes after coming on? So who came on against Charlton and was subbed back off 11 minutes later? And the final question of the quiz, question 95. Who were the 2 goal scorers in Pompey's 2-1 win over Charlton Athletic? You will get a point for each. So who scored the 2 goals against Charlton on the 29th of December in the 2-1 win?
Thank you for that, Dan. That's a good one.
Charlton Athletic equalising in the 96th minute. Singing from the away end, we never lose at Fratton Park. And lost at Fratton Park.
I can't recall who scored against QPR. That's bugging me.
Was also given man of the match by the sponsors. And unfortunately, Dean,
I was there. It was just a few days ago.
it was 10 days ago as we record this. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, is the end of the quiz. And it's time now to find out how well or terribly you did. All right, here we go then. Answer time. Question 1. Who did Pompey beat 4-0 on New Year's Day at Fratton Park? Sam?
Swansea City.
Swansea was correct. 1 point at Fratton Park in the rain a year ago. Question 2. Which former Blues loanee who made 12 league appearances for Pompey in League One title winning season came on off the bench for Swansea, I did tell you, on New Year's Day?
Oh, yes.
Anyone?
Miles Pert Harris.
It was Miles Pert Harris. Came on in the 64th.
It's a name, isn't it?
Question 3.
NPH.
2 points available for this one. Who did Pompey play on the final day of the season this year? And who was on the score sheet? Al?
Don't know.
It was Hull City, and it was 1-1. Christian Sadie got the goal. So if you got Hull City, you get a point. If you had Christian Sadie, you also get a point.
Well done, Sam. You're flying here.
It was a 12:30 kickoff and a result that kept Hull up on goal difference, a result but perhaps we might regret now. Question 4. Who did Riley Towler leave Pompey for in the summer, Sam?
Lincoln City.
It was Lincoln. Point for that. Moving on after 2.5 years at the club.
Nice one, D.
Question 5. Which former Pompey player became the first English manager to win a major trophy this year since Harry Redknapp in 2008? Al? Doesn't know.
I had to,
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe.
It was Eddie Howe.
I actually wrote that down, didn't I?
I didn't get it.
No, you said Newcastle manager.
Yeah, and I'll put Eddie Howe. Look,
Yeah, give him that.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
So I
you
didn't
can
see
have
that. You didn't put it in the box. You're off the mark.
yeah, but you can't not give me a mark because I didn't put it in the box, mate.
Al is off the mark. Question
Al's off
6.
the mark.
Who finished last season with more league assists, Marlon Pack or Matt Ritchie, Dean?
I think I put Richie, but Sam's put Marlon Pack.
I had to fact check this 100 times because I couldn't believe it was true. I went on different websites to confirm. It was Marlon Pack who got 2 assists. Matt Ritchie just 1 assist.
Oh.
Would you believe?
Thinking from like corners and set pieces, he then takes them.
There's still not many assists from anyone, is it? It's,
Question 7.
Sam's flying. He's got a full house.
John Swift came home this summer. Who did he come home from, Al?
got West Brom.
It was West Bromwich Albion. Point for that. Racked up
Well,
120 league appearances over 3 seasons at the Hawthorns. Question 8. In what decade was Michael Eisner born? Who wants to take a stab at that?
I've gone 40s.
It was the 1940s. The big man is now 83 years young.
Oh, I haven't done him a service at all. What did I put? 30s.
Yeah, you put 1915.
Question 9. Which sponsor would you find on the back of the playing kit above the player's name, Sam?
Is it Aura?
It is Aura.
Yeah, well done.
Same sponsors you see all around the ground as well as on the side of the frat.
I'm not going to get half a point for Okie then.
No, unfortunately not. Question 10. Who scored both goals in Pompey's 3-2 defeat away at Hull in November? Dino?
Terry Devlin.
It was Terry Devlin, putting Pompey ahead and then level
Nice
of
one.
his first 2 goals of the season. Question 11. Who scored the only goal in this season's opener away at Oxford? Al?
Don't know.
You not got it in front of you?
No.
Segacic was the answer. On his debut
Yeah.
for the Blues. Question 12. Who did Pompey sign from Sydney FC for a reported 1.3 million in January?
Matthews.
It was Hayden Matthews, who'd only made 36 pro appearances at the age of 20 before penning with the Blues.
It's nice to see him slotting in now, isn't it?
Looked decent last night.
Yeah, he's had a couple of own goals, isn't he? But he's starting to look good.
Still work to do for me.
Really?
Yeah. Question 13. Who am I? 24 years old, made 10 league appearances this season. Am yet to score for the club. My last start was away at Sheffield United at the end of November. Sam.
Is it Bianchini?
It is Bianchini, who also has a little way to go in my book.
Just definitely.
Just a bit.
Things resorted to my tactic here, isn't it? It's just any blank
Yeah,
space,
any
just
blanks,
whack
but
it
over
over
you.
me.
Question 14. This you stumbled on, Dean. I don't know if you've caught up on this one. Pompey have drawn in the league 0-0 twice this season, but against who?
The team down the road.
Team down the road is correct. Point for that one. And for another point,
Oh, God, I didn't know what it was.
it was Wrexham at home.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I who forgot about that.
Midweek game.
It was on,
against
it was on the
Wrexham.
Scott in that game.
It was on the box.
Yeah.
So a point if you got them and a point if you got Wrexham. Question 15. Toby Stewart played his first EFL game this year on an emergency loan. Who is it for? I'm going to ask you, Sam. I think you've got most chance of this one.
Crawley Town.
It was Crawley. A 0-0 draw away at St Andrews, so he did better than we did this season.
Dean got that as well.
Yeah, I remember
Well
that.
done, Dino.
You
I'm
seem
not that
to-
useless.
You seem to know a lot about it.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I really rate him.
No, you were quite up on that.
16. Where would Pompey have finished last season based on home results only, Al?
I put 4th, but Dean's put 8th. So we'll take it in the middle, 6th.
Dean was correct with 8. So if you wrote 8, you get 3
I
points.
just know that, I'll guess that.
If you were 1 away, you get 2
it's roughly
points. And if you were 2 away, you get 1 point.
So Sam was 9th. So how many points was that?
2.
So 2 points for Sam.
Dad, you put 4th.
So I'm just out of the scoring range here, aren't I?
Yeah.
Just out of the range.
Close though, isn't it?
17. Who missed a penalty for Pompey in a 2-2 draw at home against Derby County? Dean?
Colby Bishop.
It was Colby Bishop missing the penalty in the Milton end. It was 0-0 in the first half when he missed.
Terrible penalty.
It was. Question 18. Who am I? In my career, I've won League 2, finished runner-up in League 1 and the Championship, won Player of the Year and Players Player of the Year in 2023, as well as getting goal of the season for my club. I once played at Coventry and I've not scored for Pompey yet this season, having made just shy of 20 league appearances. I'm going to have to give it to you now, Dean, to answer.
I've now got it. Connor Chaplin.
It was Connor Chaplin. Currently on loan from Ipswich Town. Question 19. 3 players were promoted to the Championship with Pompey, were released at the end of last season. Who were they? Anyone want to give me the first name?
Sam's put Yengi.
Yengi is correct. Where did he go?
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen is correct. The other 2, Tom Lowery, who went to Kilmarnock, and Anthony Scully, who went to Shrewsbury. All of those 3 were released. So if you got any of the names, you get a point for each name. If you got the club they went to, you also get a point for that as well. So a maximum 6 points available for that one. Question 20. In which game this year were 4 goalkeepers used in the same match?
What have I got there, Sam?
I said the South Coast Derby as well, but I don't think it's right because I don't think that. I know we subbed the keeper off. But I don't think they took Bazunu off.
No, I didn't.
No.
It was Wycombe Wanderers in the FA Cup third round. Shamal George replaced in the 7th minute by Nation Bishop.
Oh, yes.
And Jordan Archer was replaced by Nico Schmidt at half
I
time.
never have got that.
No.
So rare that happens. And a beauty of a quiz question. Question 21. Who did Colby Bishop make his return against after heart surgery? Al?
Preston.
Preston North End at Fratton Park, scoring in the 89th minute with a penalty to win 3-1. Question 22. Who did Pompey draw in the FA Cup third round for this season, Sam?
Arsenal.
Arsenal is correct. Last played Arsenal in March 2020 in the FA Cup, losing 2-0. Who scored his first ever senior goal in a 2-1 win over Blackburn in December, D?
Bowett.
It was Iban Bowett, 79th minute, after being 1-0 down at half-time. And that was one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen. I didn't see us having any way back. And to our credit, we did the job.
Did he play last night? I can't remember.
Came on at the very end.
I'm on a soft, yeah.
24. Who did Mackenzie Kirk score his only Pompey goal against? Dean, you got that one, didn't you, I think?
I can't remember what I put.
You put Coventry.
Coventry.
You
Is that
did
right?
put Coventry, and it was Coventry.
Yeah.
A late goal and a 2-1 defeat at Fratton Park. 25. Against who this season did John Mousinho say this in a post-match interview? We were awful for 90 minutes. We made terrible decisions. They invited pressure and gave away a free kick to the most dangerous set-piece taker in the league, which is probably your biggest clue. We got exactly what we deserved. We couldn't pass the ball to anyone in a Pompey shirt and were bullied. I could easily have made 11 subs at the break because nobody out there was good enough out.
Sheffield Wednesday, and it was
Wednesday.
Barry Bannon.
It was Barry Bannon. So Sheffield Wednesday is your only point in that answer. And it was a 2-0 defeat at Fratton Park in September. Sheffield Wednesday's only win this season. And I just hope that doesn't end up derailing us come the 46th game. Question 26. Which former Blue scored 4 goals in the Allanite Prostate Cancer UK charity match in May? Sam?
Brett Pittman.
It was Brett Pittman in an 8-all draw.
And a cracking match that was.
27. Pompey's top assist maker of last season was Josh Murphy, but who was second? Anyone?
Sam's put Colby Bishop.
Interesting answer. Any advance on Colby?
We've put.
You put Matt Ritchie, but that can't be right because Marlon
We've got
Pack.
less than Pack.
That's right. Yeah, we know that now. Smart.
It was Freddie Potts.
Oh, yeah.
4 assists for Freddie Potts, second behind Murphy with 12.
That's topical, isn't it? Had to be Freddie Potts, yeah.
28. Which academy player signed a pro contract in July? And we later found out, thanks to Dean, that he was at Farnborough, now at Havant and Waterlooville on loan.
Harry Clout.
Harry Clout is correct. Made his debut for the first team in the FA Cup against Wickham and on the bench against Luton Borough and Bristol City last season. 29. Who is Pompey's top scorer so far this season? Al?
Well, Dean's put Segovic.
Segacic is correct with 4. And I know why you asked the question earlier. Is it 2 of them, Sam? And that's because you were thinking of Devlin and Min Yang, but they both got 3.
Oh, it's interesting he's on 4. Yeah.
I thought Segacic was on 5.
He scored in the cup game, didn't he? That's what.
Yeah, that's it.
Question 30. Who did Pompey sign on a free transfer in March this year, only making the bench twice before being injured for the remaining 6 games of the season and then released at the end of the campaign?
Milosevic.
Brilliant stuff. Dean Adams.
I put foreign centre back. Can I be allowed that? I can't remember his name.
Is it Milosevic?
Alex Milosevic, who signed on a free transfer from AIK.
We still got him.
No.
Wasn't fit.
Question 31. Who played in Pompey's first 6 league games this season and wasn't seen again until his return against Charlton on the 29th of December, Sam?
Connor Shaughnessy.
It was Connor Shaughnessy, injured against Sheffield Wednesday, if you remember, in that bizarre moment when he ran across to get on the end of the ball and pulled up, and then they took the ball and went and scored.
And Bean sadly missed, as last night demonstrated.
Yes, I'm very glad he's back. 32. Which former Pompey player joined the first team coaching staff this year, having previously been involved in the academy in another spell? Al?
Michael Doyle.
It was Michael Doyle, former skipper.
Woking manager.
That's right, he was. Made 97 appearances for Pompey, scoring 3 goals, Michael Doyle. And having that famous bust-up with Christian Burgess.
Oh, yes.
33. This was a toughie. Pompey's top scorers last season finished Bishop 11, Lang 10, Murphy 9. Who was the 5th top scorer? Sam, you want to have a go at that one?
I can't remember. I put
Shaughnessy.
I put Shaughnessy.
Well, it's not a bad guess, but it was Matt Ritchie who got 5.
Yeah, I got that one, Sam.
And finishing one ahead of Ogilvy, who had 4.
Did I not get that?
Did you hear that, fellas? I got that.
I don't know.
Did I not put anyone?
No.
Question 34.
Sorry, Dean, I should have said yes.
Who scored his only Pompey goal away at Leicester in a 1-1 draw?
Oh, yes.
John Swift.
It was John Swift, and I was there, and I missed it because I was having a shant, which is quite normal for me. 7:45 kickoff on a Saturday. Question 35. Who came on as a 64th minute sub against Coventry in October at Fratton Park, only to be subbed off again 10 minutes later due to an ankle injury?
Was it Harvey Blair?
It was not Harvey Blair. It was Adrian Segacic again. Question 36. Thomas Waddingham scored on his league debut in the 93rd minute this year, coming on as a second half sub against who? Al? You said you remembered it earlier.
Well, what have I put?
West Brom.
West Brom.
West Bromwich Albion. And again, I was there, but I left at half time for similar reasons.
Well, I'm glad I committed that, wrote it down when we were doing it, but yeah, I was there.
5-1 defeat at the Hawthorns.
We talked about him.
Yes. Question 37. Who was the first player to be subbed on in the South Coast Derby, Dean?
Ben Killip.
It was Ben Killip on for Nico Schmidt in the 26th
Nice one.
minute. 38. The Blues, as mentioned earlier, have drawn 0-0 twice this season. But Pompey's only 0-0 draw last season came this year, but against who, Sam?
Sam put Burnley, which I think is correct.
Sam was correct. 31 shots in the game, no goal for either side.
And Dazelle saved one on the line. It should have been a pen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Question 39. Pompey recorded their first away win of 2025 in February. Who was it against, Dean?
Oxford.
It was against Oxford United. Goals from Dazelle and Omani. Question 40. Who was sent off at Sheffield United in November this year, Al?
Oh, I had that one. Go on, what have I put? Terry Devlin. Terry Devlin.
It was Terry Devlin. Sent off in the 39th minute,
Fire.
0-0. The Blues going on to lose 3-0. Question 41. In which position did Pompey finish last season?
16th.
16th is correct. 3 points if you got 16th. 2 points if you were 1 away. 1 point if you were 2 away.
What did I put?
2 points, 16.
16.
Oh, you get 2 for that?
Three.
3 points.
3. You sure? Or 3?
3, Dan.
3 for a
That's
correct
no.
answer.
That's what the quizmaster's saying.
Oh, no, it's good. Bolsters the whole scorer.
It does. 42. Eban Bauer made his first ever league start for Pompey this year. Against who? Anyone?
Hull City.
It was Birmingham City away on November the 1st. A 4-0 defeat 15 months after signing from Fulham. Question 43. Against who was the game abandoned this season due to a medical emergency? And
Charlton.
it was Charlton Athletic, and our condolences to all at Charlton after the sad passing of Norman Barker, of course. Question 44. Who finished last season with the most yellow cards for Pompey? Dean?
Andre Dezelle.
It was Andre Dezelle with 11. Marlon Pack getting 10. Callum Lang getting 9. 45. Adil Ushish scored just 1 league goal in his time at Pompey this year. Who was it against, Sam?
Plymouth Argyle.
It was Plymouth Argyle. It was a bit of a screamer in the frat, and then late in their 2-1 defeat. Now at Aberdeen with Kusini Yengi, which might give you some indication as to why Aberdeen aren't doing quite so well this year. 46. Who did Pompey beat at Fratton Park 1-0 in a pre-season friendly? Anybody?
Is it the Dutch team?
It was a Dutch side. It was Zwolle.
Oh, Zola.
Zwolle. 1 week before the season began, Thomas Waddingham scoring in the 89th minute to win the game. Waddingham.
Who?
Right at the end.
With Dundee United.
Dundee.
I was
47.
meant to go to that game, but I got sciatica. I was going to go with Lee and I couldn't get out.
Sounds like you had complete memory loss if you went for Dundee United. 47. Who did Toby Stewart join on loan in the summer? Dean?
St Johnstone.
St Johnstone is correct now
That's one,
in
Dean.
the Scottish Championship.
You got there?
48. Who? Oh, this one stumped a few of you, didn't it? Who was the first player signed in the pre-season? Any takers?
I had no idea.
It was Adrian Segacic.
Of course.
Yeah.
Signed from Sydney on a 3-year deal. Question 49. Who scored his first ever professional goal in Pompey's final away game of last season? Away at Sheffield Wednesday, 1-1 draw. Anybody?
Harvey Blair.
It was Harvey Blair, 23rd minute equaliser. Question 50. Which former Blue announced his retirement this year at the age of 28? Al?
I had no idea what to either.
I've heard of it, but I can't think.
We don't know.
Through injury, isn't it?
No idea.
It was Joe Morrell.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got injured, yeah.
105 appearances for Pompey between 2021 and
Yes.
2024. Okay, 51. Who smashed the Blues 5-1 when Pompey played away on the 25th of January, Al?
West Brom.
It was West Brom.
Did I change my mind?
4-0
twice?
down at half-time.
Oh, yeah.
Jed Wallace getting the third of the game.
A lot of people left that game a little bit early.
I left out half-time,
Yeah.
and that was too late. 52. Who am I? I signed for Pompey on loan in January till the end of the season, making 17 league appearances. My loan before the Blues is the same club I joined permanently for at the end of the season. Sam.
Isaac Hayden.
It was Isaac Hayden. Signed January 10th for Pompey. QPR, he played on at loan. Late signed for them full-time. Got 20 minutes at Fratton Park the other day.
Came
He
on
did.
today.
Yeah.
53. Who made his Pompey debut against Charlton on the 29th of December, having signed a 4-year deal in September? Dean.
Ume.
Franco Ume, yeah. Franco Ume for a point. The 20-year-old has been out with a hamstring injury.
We got it.
On as a sub, yeah. 4-year deal.
You got it. Well done.
Yeah.
Came on last night.
Came on.
Oh,
Got the assist, didn't he, last night?
yeah.
Officially got the
Is
assist.
it winger? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came on up front last night. Though.
He's quite young, is he?
20 years old. 54. Cohen Bramwell signed on a short-term deal in January for a small fee. Who did he sign from, Sam?
Rotherham United.
Rotherham United is correct. Made his debut as an 84th minute sub and a 2-1 win over Cardiff, and made 12 league appearances for Pompey. Question 55. 3 players now at Reading were at Pompey last season. Point for each. Dean?
Paddy Lane, Matt Ritchie, Mark Amani.
Correct for all 3. If you get a point for each of those that you named. Just the last name is fine as well. 56. Another Who Am I? And this one, if you got this one, might have jogged your memory for the question before. Finished last season having scored 4 goals. Started this year injured. Made my return against Oxford in the middle of February. Scored the second goal in a 2-0 win. And no longer at the club. Al?
Without a doubt, that is Mahoney.
That is Mark Mahoney or Omani, whichever you prefer. I will take either.
Yeah.
Joined on a
You
season.
know where I was
late
coming
from
from.
57. Which senior defender played just 1 league game last season and hasn't played in the league since? He did, however, play in the League Cup this season, Sam.
Jacob Farrell.
It was Jacob Farrell. A torrid time of injury means we've barely seen the Aussie since his move from the Central Coast Mariners.
Is he fit now, do you think?
No.
All right, he's back off.
58. Who knocked Pompey out of the League Cup this year by 2-1? And for an extra point, who scored Pompey's goal? Anybody?
Reading.
Yeah.
And Adrian Segacic.
It was Reading, and it was Tayo Singer.
Oh, no, it was. Yeah, sorry.
It was Tayo Singer.
Cut that out. I sounded way too confident.
Yeah, it was Tayo Singer. So if you got either Singer or Reading, you can have a point for each. 59.
Sam gave me the answer to that in the ad break and he got it wrong. Stuck me up.
59. Who knocked Pompey out the FA Cup 3rd round in January, Dean?
Wycombe Wanderers.
Wycombe, as was established earlier. Yeah, a cold Friday night, Adams Park. 1,569 travelling fans having to endure a really poor performance after 9 changes were made. Question 60. Against who did Bursic, Knight, LaRue, Yang and Kosnovsky all make their first league start for Pompey? Any takers on that one?
Did I write something down?
You put Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough was the guess. Ipswich Town was the answer. A bold move from John Massinio at Portman Road, losing by 2-1 in September. Question 61. Who was the first player out the door this year? Anyone?
Sam put Will Norris, which is a good shout.
And you've put Schofield.
It was Elias Sorensen.
Oh, first thing in January.
Yeah.
Joined Norwegian top flight side Valerenga for around €300,000 on January the 9th. 62. Who made the most appearances for Pompey last season? Throw that out as well.
Conor Ogilvie.
It was Conor Ogilvie.
Yeah, reliable.
45 appearances ahead of Murphy on 42 and Pack on 41. 63. Who was Pompey's first signing of 2025, joining the Blues on loan? Dean?
Rob Atkinson.
It was Rob Atkinson from Bristol City. 64. Pompey beat Norwich at Carrow Road by 5-3 in April. Bishop with a hat-trick. Who scored the other 2? You'll get a point for each.
I put Regan Paul as one of them.
Correct, Regan Paul. The other?
I went for Dazelle, but I don't think that's... All right.
It wasn't Dazelle. It was Matt Ritchie. Matt Ritchie and Regan Paul. Point for either of those names.
So Paul scored, didn't he?
Yeah. So maximum 2 points on that one if you got both. 65. Which 17-year-old made the bench in the league this season against Hull, the abandoned Charlton game, Swansea and Blackburn? Anyone remember?
Did it begin with L, Lister or something like?
It was not bad effort. That's Ashton Sizer.
Yes, who's a centre-back, I believe.
He is a centre.
Know that bit, but I couldn't remember his name.
Yet to make his first league appearance, Ashton Sizer. Getting ever closer. Question 66. True or false, this one? I might have got in your heads. Pompey this season are the worst team on the road in the Championship. Is that true or false, Dean?
We're not as bad as last year, so I've gone false.
I've gone false as well.
I've gone false as well.
You all fell for it. It was true. 7 points from 10 games. Joint lowest points on 7 with Sheffield Wednesday, but with a worst goal difference.
Right.
So Pompey are the worst team in the Championship
And we're
on the road.
To be fair, should have thought about that because Sheffield Wednesday beat us away, so they'd already matched the amount of wins we've got.
yeah.
67. And this one was very tough. Pompey have played Millwall this year 3 times. They've scored 4 goals in total. Who was the Millwall player who scored all 4 goals?
Can I just start by saying it's the big Serbian?
The big Serbian. So I did say earlier you'll get a point if you can get his nationality.
What's
So
Serbian?
Serbia is correct.
Have a point.
Mihajlo Ivanovic.
Mihajlo Ivanovic is correct. If you wrote Mihajlo, you get 1 point. If you wrote Ivanovic, you get 1 point. If you wrote Mihajlo Ivanovic, then you get 3 points and you get an additional point for Serbia.
What did I say?
Full name and surname.
Well done,
you'll
Sam.
get a total of 4 goals.
What about how he spelt it?
Not worried about this. 68.
Got to trip him up.
I'm trying to bring it down.
68. Who am I? I signed on loan February 3rd, age of 20, played 5 times for Pompey, making my debut at Sheffield United. For 8 minutes, I came on as a half-time sub at Luton, played against Plymouth, played against Preston, played against Sheffield Wednesday. Sam.
Kyde Gordon.
It was Kyde Gordon who came on loan from Liverpool. And it was very harsh of me, really, in the question not to say that he was on loan for Liverpool, but, that's the way it goes. 69. Whose squad number this season is number 4?
The same as me. A Knight.
It was Josh Knight, signed from Hanover in Germany.
What do you reckon on that, Sam? Doing well,
Good
isn't it?
shout,
Yeah.
man.
Question 70. Luke LaRue, signed in the summer from Varnamo. What country are Varnamo based?
Go on.
I put South Africa.
I put Sweden.
I'll put France.
Sweden.
Oh.
LaRue, born in South Africa,
Yes.
spent 2 seasons in Sweden, having previously played in Holland.
Didn't know that.
Tried to mess with your minds a little bit there. 71. Who did Preston reportedly try and sign in the summer from the Blues out?
Lang.
It was Callum Lang. Pompey believed to have turned down a £2 million bid. Would you believe? 72. Pompey secured their championship safety last season with a win over Houdin.
Watford.
It was Watford, a 1-0 win thanks to Colby Bishop. 73. Shaughnessy's only goal last season came in February 25. Who did he score against? Sam.
Cardiff City.
What a shout! It was Cardiff City. Unbelievable. 17th minute goal to give the Blues a 2-0 lead in a game that Pompey won 2-1. 74. Who did Nico Schmidt, Callum Lang and Adrian Segatic all make the return from injury in November against? Dean?
No idea.
Bristol City.
Wasn't Bristol City.
I can't remember. I think I'm struggling.
Nobody.
It was Millwall on the 22nd of November. 75. Who did Min Hyuk Yang get his first Pompey goal against?
Middlesbrough.
It was Watford. Scored the opener in their 2-2 draw at Frapp Park. Got his second 3 days later at Middlesbrough.
You got that one, Dad. Don't know how.
You can't swear like that.
Sorry, I don't know how.
There's a bleep out there. Forgetting we're on the radio as well as other places.
I don't know how you did that.
76. Who was the first player sold in the pre-season? Anyone know that? Who was the first player sold?
I think Paddy was first out the door, wasn't he?
First out the door, but he wasn't sold.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Or maybe he was.
Yeah, he was. They
He
played
wasn't the first one out there in that case.
I don't know. What did I put there?
You put anything?
No, so.
It was Christian Sadie.
Ah.
Oh, crumbs, yeah.
He did go early, yeah.
Left after scoring 5 goals in 65 appearances for Pompey in the league. 70.
Where'd he go? Wigan, wasn't it?
Wigan.
He started on fire at Wigan.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think it's
Quiet
sort of
down.
a bit quiet.
Up front with Paul Mullin. 77. Who did Pompey sell Owen Moxon to after just 12 months at the club?
Stockport County.
Stockport. Didn't write it down.
Was Stockport County. You did. You gave the answer out to everybody watching.
No, and I don't think I wrote it down.
No.
I told everyone and didn't write it.
Yeah. The midfielders
Shall I write it in?
after 15 League One and 12 Championship appearances for Pompey. 78. Who got
Get that
Pompey's
really well.
only goal Al keeps forgetting we're on the radio too. Who got Pompey's only goal in a 1-0 win at home to Blackburn at the end of March? Beautiful, bright, sunny day. Josh Murphy, 20th minute. That one's all so awful.
Well done, Sam.
Did you get it, Sam?
I don't know if Sam's got he's got a younger brain than
It kind of like,
do.
it was like a Bishop cut the ball into him, and then it was like curled it in the.
Ran through and curled it
Yeah.
at Bratton End. Okay, 79. Who scored against Leeds in the 1-0 win at Fratton Park this year? Anybody?
Colby Bishop.
It was Colby Bishop. 12 o'clock Sunday kickoff against the league leaders. 80. Who was Pompey's first red card of 2025?
I thought it was Pack.
I went for Pack as well.
It was Marlon Pack. Away at Sunderland in the 67th minute in January. 81, which side recorded their first away win in the league in almost a year by beating Pompey 2-1 at Fratton Park last season in March. Anybody?
Sam went with Plymouth Argyle.
Sam went right. It was Plymouth Argyle, a midweek game under the lights, and it was that Ushish goal. And I think it was about 6 minutes before the end. I think we had something ridiculous, like 11 or 14 minutes of added time. Still couldn't find that equaliser. 82. Pompey were beaten in the FA Youth Cup recently by a Premier League size academy by 5-2. Who was the opposition? Do you know?
Newcastle United.
It was Newcastle United. Tayo Singer and Brandon Downey with the goals for Pompey. 83. Riley Towler's only league goal of last season came in 2025. Who did he score against? Anyone?
I went for Swansea.
It was Swansea on New Year's Day in the 4-0 win.
On fire.
84. This one you found a little bit tough, Dean. Who scored and got man of the match in Pompey's Boxing Day draw with Queen's Park Rangers? Anyone?
Terry Devlin.
It was Terry Devlin.
Yeah,
Gave
got that.
Pompey a half-time lead.
Nice one.
He did get that for reasons I won't go into on camera. Question
During the outbreak.
Question 85. Pompey beat Millwall 3-1 this season at Fratton Park. First and third goals were contenders for goal of the season. Who scored those two very special goals? You get a point for each player you name. Anyone?
Swanson.
Swanson was one of them.
And Williams was the other.
Williams was the other.
Which was your favourite goal?
Oh, well, I would probably go.
First one.
Yeah, he gave that a good old hit.
Yeah.
86 was a true or false. Pompey haven't scored a penalty this season. Is that true or false, Sam?
I went for true, I think.
Any advance?
I went.
I think we've missed the penalty.
I think Bishop missed one, didn't he?
We've only had one.
What have I put there?
It is true. Pompey haven't scored a penalty this season.
Blimey.
87. What colour is Pompey's away shirt this season? Al?
White.
White is correct. If you put grey, I will give that to you because you've got a little grey chevron and it's not far off, is it, in the floodlights? 88. Who's Marlon Pack's only goal against this season?
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich Town's correct.
Header.
92nd minute goal. 2-1 defeat though. 89. Who scored in just the 6th minute away at Derby County on the 20th of December?
You got that one, Dad.
Go on, who have I put?
Callum Lang.
Yeah.
It was Callum Lang. A beautiful Pompey goal. Giving the Blues to lead at Pride Park in a 1-1 draw. That is my favourite goal of the season, that one.
Beautiful goal.
Just because of the move. 90. Which coach recently announced his departure from the club to work in Saudi Arabia?
I think I've spelt that wrong, but you can see. Give me the point for it, won't you?
Zesh Raymond.
Yeah, I've put it.
It was Zesh Rehman, who I will miss. I used to see him in the gym quite regularly, and we'd sometimes sit on the bikes and have a chat. And
Brilliant.
moving on after 3.5 years at the club. 91. 2 Pompey fans were ejected from the South Coast Derby this year for sneaking in dressed as what, Al?
I put security guards, but I think stewards, security guards.
I think I'll give you security guards. The answer is stewards, but if you wrote security guards, I will give you a point. The 2 brothers were removed after blagging their way in with jackets and radios with stewards.
Oh, yeah, radios as well.
Yeah, yeah. 92. Colby Bishop was named in the squad for the match against Charlton on the 29th of December, but was forced to pull out. Who is he replaced by, Sam?
Luke LaRue.
It was Luke LaRue.
Dundee.
93. How many substitutes were made in Pompey's first sub phase against Charlton, Dean?
I messed this up. I put 2, but I believe it was 3.
It was 3.
Yeah.
It was 3.
I literally remember going, he's putting all 3 on it.
Yeah.
And Nathan Jones then made 4. Yang, Shaughnessy and Kosnovsky all coming on in the 65th minute. 94. Which Pompey substitute came off against Charlton on the 29th minute, 11 minutes after coming on?
Kosnovsky.
Kosnovsky is correct, came on for Connor Chaplin and off for Iban Barrett with an injury. And final question of the quiz. Who were the goal scorers in Pompey's 2-1 win over Charlton? A point for each.
Yang,
Yang was one of them.
Shaughnessy.
And Shaughnessy was.
It was only a day ago.
It was just a day ago.
I can remember that.
Thank you for that one.
First win over Charlton at Fratton Park in over
6.
20 years. That is the end of Big Pompey Quiz of the Year. And thankfully, in fact, no, I'm just looking round. You won't be able to see, so I'm not going to show you. But I've left here the answer sheet. Then it will tell you how many points you got for that. And then the points total. So as they go along, they can quite quickly tell me how many points everyone got. Not one of them did it. So we'll try for next year on that case. So have a little tot up, lads. And let me know how you all got on. Okay, so how did we all fare, lads? Sam, you did Alan's.
You got a very respectable 48.
48. 48 for Al.
It's a few more than last
I
year.
think that's an improvement on last year.
There we go. We're improving every year. Dean, who did you have?
I did Sam's, and he got an excellent 89.
89. That's fantastic. So 95 questions, 114 points, plus a couple of bonuses midway through it. 89 points. Unbelievable, Sam. Well done, so well done. And Dean, that leaves you with... no, it doesn't. It leaves Al with Dean's questions.
Yeah, you haven't quite pipped Sam, but you've certainly beaten me, my old mate. Yeah, 51.
51. Well done.
Barney score,
Was that an improvement on last year?
Yeah, I think I got about 36 last year, so
Oh, we're improving
I'm
all the
pleased with
time.
that.
Did you find that particularly difficult?
Yeah, a lot. I found the more recent questions from recent events, the tougher ones, bizarrely, that it was very well put together.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's great.
Very much.
Great fun.
Sam, assumedly it was walking apart for you.
Yeah, I mean, so my dad always says all these games we go to, I just kind of remember the little moments, and when you say the questions, I just kind of recall it. But yeah, Dean's right though. The more recent questions I actually found a bit harder.
Yeah.
The ones from last year, a bit more memorable games and stuff. But yeah, some good questions in there.
It's quite interesting listening to how many players we've had.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean? You're naming players. We're going, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
We get through them, don't we?
Yeah.
Exactly. Got the
Very
circled
quickly
11.
Forget them very quickly.
Some of them are forgettable.
Well, there you go.
True.
Sam Stone on the panel is this year's winner once again. Should shout out Max Swatton, who I believe got the most points in total watching or listening at home. Let me know how you got on. If you're watching on YouTube, then drop me a comment below. If you're listening on Pompey Sound or any of the podcasts, then find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Dan Shaw Sports. Let me know how you got on. And we'll look forward to hearing from you soon. That's it from the Lord Chichester pub in North End. A proper Pompey shanter from me, Al and Sam and Dean. It's a Happy New Year. Unless, of course, you're a scummer. Play up, Pompey.